KSFR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and joining me from Dare is Aaron and Angel. How are you guys doing, brother?
Good.
Tired, but good.
Crazy ass show, man. You guys just fucking killed it at Program. How do you guys feel after a show like that when you just kill it in your hometown of Orange County?
I mean, it's always, Program never really lets us down. I feel like it's always a spot where you play, you know, kids are gonna come out, especially playing with like One Step Closer. Those are our homies, so it's just like fun. This is our first show back in a while, since for like a couple months.
Yeah, Program shows are always fun. I think this is probably the crazier one, but they're always fun.
Yeah. You guys definitely didn't miss a beat. You guys were like, fuck it, we didn't even practice. But we went out, bro. You couldn't tell. Everybody loved it, man. Crazy. But you bring up Program. What does it mean for a spot like this for you guys? You guys are Orange County guys, you know, and a place like Program, which is a fucking skate shop that is throwing hardcore shows, whatever, punk rock, having it all. What does that mean for you to have this hometown spot? I mean, we have Chain Reaction, but this is cool. This is fucking cool.
Program's always just been a part of my life. I've been going there since literally the day they opened. And Chris used to have a different shop down the street, and I used to go to that. So I've known Chris since I was like 8 years old, and I've been going to Program, and then I started working at Program when I was like 15 after hanging out there every day. And then yeah, it's just Program's always been a part of my life. It's been my second home pretty much my entire childhood. And yeah, it's awesome. I went from just being a little kid that would go there every fucking day to putting out like a tape through them. So it was really cool just like to see it come full circle.
That's cool. And like, you know, it's come full circle. You've been a Program kid for a long time. How did you guys both get into hardcore? Because I mean, you're already fucking killing it, but how did you first get drawn in?
I'm trying to think. I think for me it was at a very young age. I had a cousin who dated a singer of like a poppin' like pop punk band at the time, and so in like first grade I remember going to like their sound check before their show, and you know, seeing this guy with tattoos and stuff, and I thought it was so cool. And then I think just like, you know, I have a brother who's 4 years older than me, so just like CDs he'd leave around, or like my older cousin showing me like, oh, check out this band or that band, and I kind of just like, you know, taking it all in from there. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, just older sibling / cousin kind of, yeah.
That
route.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've been playing shows since I was 12 years old. I started out in like punk bands and stuff, and like I kind of just graduated my way into hardcore from punk. And yeah, like I've been in bands since straight up I was 12 years old.
Shit, that's crazy, man. I mean, you just want to go faster and louder and, you know, rock it out. That's cool.
Much.
How did Dare come together? I'm sure you guys get asked a million times, but for me,
it was a rocky start. We had a fully different lineup, and then I met Aaron on the first tour we ever did, and then me and like the other guys that were in there at the time loved Aaron, and we were just like, yeah, let's bring him in. But Aaron's been with us pretty much since the beginning. And it's been
technically I went on the first tour, just
not in your band. It's been me and Aaron from is like pretty much when we started, and yeah, just playing shows together.
That's sick, man. And I'm glad I got you guys both here then. That's cool. Yeah. Since you guys are the innovators. How would you guys describe Dare's sound? I mean, I was in there. I had seen you guys before, but that was wild. Those kids loved it. It's aggressive. It's loud. It's fucking kick-ass in your face. How would you guys describe it?
High energy. That's just what I want to bring to every live set, to every record. Like, you know, I just want to like put something out that, I don't know, everyone can just like go off to, whether it's like, I don't know, I feel like high energy and like, yeah, I don't know,
yeah, we just want to be fun.
Just like, yeah, we just want to have fun.
And Angel, you're the singer. I'm so sorry, brother. Are you drummer?
I play bass.
Bass?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
my bad.
But yeah,
just want to have fun and play the shit we like. It's all like a little bit of everybody.
Yeah. Oops, my bad. Yeah, fuck yeah. You gotta mix it up, get it all fucking going in there. That's sick. Your newest release was Against All Odds. That was actually last year, right?
Yeah.
Last year. It's so sick, so well received. What went into that record? How'd you guys come up with it?
So it was interesting because we were writing it. We had a few songs, but we were writing the majority of it when the pandemic was going on.
Lockdown.
So it was like I would write a song on my practice amp and like send it over to our drummer, who would then like try to like record on his electric drum kit a part to it, and then like send it back to see how that sounded. And it was a lot of like texting. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think? Like, it was
nightmare.
Digital.
Yeah, it was hard.
So bad.
A lot of it came. I think a lot of it came together in the studio when we went to actually record, because we were able to all be together, and our friend Zach, who recorded it, had a lot of like input, and so it was just like a lot like us just all bouncing stuff back and forth and being like, yo, what if we did this? What if we did that? This song sounds good, but what if we like added this little part? And it all kind of like came together fully in the studio, I feel like, is actually...
Yeah, I feel like once we actually started practicing together, it was like the first 6 months of writing an LP, I feel like we just...
There goes my dad. Fuck, I gotta go. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I feel like the first 6 months of writing, it was just a nightmare. Just through text, and voice messages, and then once we all finally were able to get into a practice spot, I feel like a lot of the ideas just kind of came, and then like Aaron said, we completely polished it in the studio. Zach helped us a lot with producing it.
Face to face, it's easier to talk to each other, you know.
Exactly.
So I definitely could see how that could work, especially during COVID. Things are so different, lockdown, you know. So I'm glad that now that that's over, you guys are able to fucking tour and go crazy.
Yeah, it's been
know?
awesome.
You guys got the upcoming shows at Chain.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
So that's with Neck Deep. What comes with the Orange County crowd besides all the homies? How is the feeling when you guys are playing here?
It's special to me just because Orange County has such a great history of music, even if it's like punk or hardcore. Like, I think Orange County has some of the richest and like oldest history that goes back to it. Just because I grew up going to Orange County punk shows and just like playing backyard punk shows, and then to be able to kind of go into the whole different world. It's like coming from adolescence and DI and then going to Uniform Choice and like Instead. Like, there's so many different pioneers of the genre that all started here in Orange County. So it's really special to me to be able to like represent it and to like be the Orange County band right now.
Orange County has a rich hardcore, you know, past and
Yeah.
history. Like, that's 100%. Like, we're one of the biggest, most dominant scenes.
Yeah, and it's like it's a bummer we don't have too many bands right now, but it's always like, if anything someone could take away from this band, is to just represent Orange County and just start music, you know.
You know, me and you know that, or you know, there was a lot of big, huge bands, and dude, you are the face of Orange County hardcore right now. So that's a lot on your shoulders, but you guys are fucking carrying it well, dude.
Yeah,
like,
thank
I'd
you.
rather not have it in anyone else's hands but you guys, to be honest with you. You know,
Thank you.
all the
Thank
bands
you.
are putting it out. I love it. We just passed Edge Day. What does it mean for you guys to be straight edge?
I feel like I think I claimed Straightedge when I was like 12 years old. So at the time, I think it was more of me just being like, oh man, this band's talking about not drinking or smoking, or like, I can relate to that, hell yeah. But even though I'm only, you know, what 12-year-old can, I guess, I don't know. But the older I got, the more you see how drugs and alcohol can like affect your friends and family, and the more you start to kind of like see it and have these like, you know, experiences where it's like, oh, my friend overdosed and died. This, like, you know what I mean? You start to like
Rationalize it, maybe.
Yeah, you kind of start to see just how fucked up that whole world is, and it's just something, you know, the older I get, the less I want to be a part of it or support it or give it, you know, the time of day or any of my money to any of those industries. So it's just like, I feel like, you know, the older I get, the more it means to me as time goes on. So
yeah, for me, it's I drank and smoked when I was a little kid, and just like seeing the path that I was like going down, and then just like shit with my family. It's just like seeing my dad deal with like alcoholism, and just he couldn't leave it, and it was kind of just one of those things where I just told myself I never wanted to be like that, and then kind of just found straight edge and was like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do, and it's been my life ever since.
You broke the cycle, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a family thing. It's passed down, and for you to break it, you know, and for you to know that I don't want to be a part of that shit no more, that's fucking pretty cool, you know, to make that realization and to stick with it. So I commend you guys for sure. You guys got the Scott Vogel cosign, and you guys got Reaper Records both going for you early on in your career. What did both of those things mean to you?
Being on Reaper Records was huge. All my favorite bands at the time were on there. To be on the same roster as like Trapped in Their Ice and Turnstile and all those bands was insane for me.
Hotbed of
like,
hardcore.
Yeah, just to come out. I mean, when we put the demo out, I think we had it up for like 18 hours before Patrick hit us up and like responded to us, because we send it out to like every fucking label, and then no one got back to us, and then we put it, so we were just like, fuck it, and self-released it, and then within like 24 hours Reaper hit us up, and then so we had to take it down, and everyone was like, hey, why'd you take it down? And it was pretty surreal to even think that a label wanted to put out the music that we wrote. You know, it was something that we just were like, yo, let's fucking do this thing. And at the time we didn't even have solid members, but we were just super stoked on the demo and wanted to put it out. And then it all kind of just came along, and it's crazy the way it worked out, and they did a lot for us. Then having that name on our record definitely did a lot, and to even have like a demo, it was a flexi, but to even have it on something physical was a lot, like super sick.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a badass way to start it and
Yeah,
get shit popping for sure. So, you know, you guys got the Chain show, and obviously you just killed Fullerton. What are your favorite shows, towns, and bands to play with?
One Step Closer is definitely
those
some
are
of our closest friends, so
yeah.
it's like always fun playing with them. So that's why I'm excited we get to do these next few gigs with them. Every time we've toured with them, it's been a blast. There's just like, I don't know. I can't say there's ever been a band I've toured with that I've like disliked, but there's definitely like guys like the One Step Closer dudes. You just like mesh so well together, and you have the same sense of humor, and you know you're into the same stuff, and it's just like definitely some probably my favorite.
Yeah,
dudes to
touring
be
with them
around.
is awesome because we all just skate and
Oh,
hang out,
sick.
and then we got to play some shows together in Europe too, which was super sick because just to see all our friends out in Europe was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. And they, I wanted to tell you guys, they said the same thing about you guys. I was like, "What's your favorite band?" They're like, "Yeah, dude." We're like, "Yeah."
Hell yeah.
Chilling.
love
Well,
that.
dude, I love it, man. What do you guys got planned for the future? I mean, you released that album last year. Maybe you're recording new music or upcoming shows that might be popping.
So the rest of the year we're kind of taking it easy. We have some shows in
Yeah, we have some Texas shows. We have a fest in Texas and some other shows that aren't announced yet. But
and just kind of writing around in the meantime, trying to figure out our next move as far as like a release goes. So yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, I love what you guys are putting down. I love that you guys can come to Orange County and still kill it, you know what I mean, for the hometown crowd.
Hell yeah.
Where can people follow you on social media and maybe any shout outs you guys got?
just Darius C, Twitter, Instagram, probably Facebook too. I don't never use it, but yeah, it's just
we have
Darius C
Facebook.
on everything.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Any shout outs?
Shout out One Step Closer.
Hey, there you go, man. I love it. I appreciate it, you guys, so much for coming out here, for taking time out of your day to fucking be on the show. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you for
much.
having us. Appreciate
Man,
it.
thank you.
Appreciate
for
you.
Angel, Aaron, from Dare Hardcore, I am Heartthrob Rob. And if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.